Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Licker Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. John Malkovich confirmed to be cut from the Fantastic Four First Steps. Director calls decision heartbreaking. Now, I'm going to watch Fantastic Four tomorrow, give it my best review possible. And just to remember, I'm going to do is, just for this moment, I'm going to spoil the movie. Because I've had complaints that when I did the Superman review, I didn't want to go detail with the movie. I didn't want to spoil it. I tried not to do it, but I didn't. But one of the people that watched my video kind of complained about that. I said, well, then if that's what you want me to do, I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to spoil this movie on Thursday night. I will make a spoiler review on it. If you guys, I will do a review and then I will do a spoiler review in the same video. But if you guys don't want to watch that spoiler review part, you guys can leave. But I am going to do my very best to make a good review out of it. Now, I did watch Jeremy Dawn's and Film Threats channels to see their review take on Fantastic Four. Despite the female gender swap Silver Surfer, it worked. Despite Pedro Pascal being a bit goofy and crazy and being involved with politics and transgender and all that nonsense outside of the Hollywood, he did a hell of a good job in the movie, which I've heard. So, I'm going to give it a go. Because look, I admit, Pedro Pascal is one hell of an actor. He is a good actor. I like how he does his roles. But it's just that outside of it all, he is just so... He's not well. But he's a good actor. I'm not going to complain. But let's get on to this article right here, bro. Fantastic Four First Steps director Matt Shakman has confirmed that John Malkovich, the two-time Oscar-nominated actor who was set to play Soviet supervillain Ivan Kragoff, the Red Ghost, was removed from the movie during editing process. So, we did see our first trailer with John Malkovich being Red Ghost. But then now that we have by tomorrow, the movie's coming out. This came out yesterday that he is not going to be in the movie, man. And it is sad. It is sad. So, question is, will we see him again? Who knows? Maybe after the so-called reboot of the Fantastic Four, it will come back. We'll see. So, let's keep reading. Heartbreaking decision. Variety. Speaking of Variety, Shakman said the decisions came down to streamlining an already packed story. There were a lot of things that ultimately ended up hitting the cutting room floor when we were building a 60s retro future world, introducing all these villains, introducing these four main characters as a group, as well as individually, introducing the idea of a child. There was a lot of stuff to balance. Malkovich's scene, originally part of the flashback sequence involving Red Ghost and his team of Super 8s, didn't survive the final edit. Shakman called the actor brilliant in the role and praised his contribution, saying it was heartbreaking not to include him. For Malkovich, this role was one he deliberately accepted after rejecting others. In a Go interview earlier this year, the actor revealed he had previously turned down multiple Marvel roles over contractual disputes. The reason I didn't do them had nothing to do with any artistic considerations whatsoever. I didn't like the deals they made at all. He added that he only accept a superhero role if the pay matched the workload, nothing the grueling nature of blockbuster shoots. If you're going to hang from a crane in front of a green screen for 6 months, pay me. Ironically, Red Ghost seemed to be the one exception. John Malkovich even appeared briefly in the teaser trailer for the Fantastic Four and everything. So this is what he said about it. Not this similar to doing theater. You imagine a bunch of stuff that isn't there and to do your little play. The loss of his star power before the box office test. Shockman's praise for Malkovich, calling him one of the biggest inspirations and an icon on the stage and screen, makes it clear that cut wasn't about performance. Still, confirming the removal of a respected actor just days ahead of release does change the optics. Even if Malkovich was never intended as a lead, a performer of his caliber brings prestige to a production. That kind of name recognition can bolster buzz with general audiences and lend weight to press cycles. Marvel could use that extra momentum. According to the projections, Fantastic Four First Steps is tracking for a 100 to 110 million domestic opening with a possible high end of 225 million. Now, I just found out and read that it's got a lot of praise. And right now, the box office predictions, they think it's going to go from 190 to 210 million right now at this moment. At this moment right now. So they're banking on this. They're banking on it. So they believe that they can probably get 200 million by the first weekend. That's going to be good. I hope it, to be honest, despite the gender swapping, I hope it does. I do hope this movie does beat Superman because, look, I wanted Superman to be good. It's just that I did not like what they did with that universe. With that tone. With that political tone they did with Superman. I would have rather see Superman fight against Mongo or Brainiac than to see this political nonsense come into act. Especially seeing Lex Luthor again. But like I said, dude, we'll see. We'll see. While Malkovich's absence isn't likely to tank those numbers, it could dull some of the film's cross-demographic appeal. Then again, Marvel may be banking on a different kind of hook story cohesion. Shockman's comments suggested the studio is focused on spotlighting the franchise core four, rather than overwhelming viewers and with an ensemble too large to track. Could Malkovich still return? Sorry about that. While his scenes didn't make the final cut, that may not be the end of Malkovich's Marvel story. Director Mark Sherman made it clear that the decision was creative, not personal. And with the multiverse still a key part of the MCU's long-term plans, there's plenty of room for the Red Ghost to resurface, or for Malkovich to appear in a completely different role down the line. So we'll see, man. We shall see. So, maybe if they could do is, for the hell of it, let's say if it was digital release. If they do a digital release or buy it in Blu-ray, they could probably do a short film of the Fantastic Four fighting the Red Ghost. That would be a good idea. That would be a good idea if they did that. Or put that in Disney Plus. That could probably work. But who knows? So, again, I will be seeing this movie tomorrow. And I will let you know my review and my take on it. And I will give you a spoiler review on it. So, be sure to keep an eye on this. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this video. So, please, by all means, share this video. Post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.